It's 1 minute till showtime.
Hi, theater owners. There's a picture coming out directed by Carl Reiner, starring myself, Steve Martin. It's called The Jerk. Hi, theater owners. There's a picture.
It's 1 minute till showtime.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to visit our refreshment center during the intermission or any time. You love the tasty array of snacks we have to offer. So will the youngsters. Everything is quality and so good. We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see, delightful snacks to nibble, a gay, pleasant evening for all. Oh, a word of caution. Don't drive over 10 miles an hour in the theater area for your safety's sake. And Mom or Pop, go with the kids when they leave the car. We hope you have a wonderful time. And now, on with the show.
Hello, everybody. Jim, more sunshine, please. Tuesday evening live stream. How are you? Coming up on the show. Food, games, top 15 list. Before we do any of that, I like to celebrate the first three people that make their way into this chat here. So let's do it right now. And to the comments we go. All right. Paul Eichenlaub, our gold medalist. Jamie's back on the medal stand with the silver. And Mr. Fulton Mraz with the bronze. Hamilton County Special Olympics rocking rookies. We have won both state softball games, and we are the back-to-back softball champions. Congratulations. That's exciting. All right, let's see. When did Paul... That was at 7:28. Oh, 7:27. All right, that was his first one. All right, and then Jamie shortly after, less than 10 minutes later. And then Mr. Fulton Mraz about an hour later at 8:30 last night. And then... Mark Langenkamp, a distant fourth. That is making lemonade out of lemons. All right, let's skip ahead. But this morning, Francisco was here, Laura was here, Dean was here to say hello early. That was just before 5 o'clock. I appreciate that, Dean. We've got Mar in Memphis spreading the congratulations around, loving the community. It's Joey's World. Thanks for being here. There's Gloria. Hi, Gloria. Season's greetings, Donna Jaworski. There's Mary Ellen, who has a live stream of her own tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. Fun and games. Nobody gets hurt. Scrolling. Sorry. Was reading. There's Michelle the Quilter. Hello to you and your family. Movie Mania Nick, how are ya? Now we're okay. Yes. Last week I showed the coming attraction for The Jerk. So if you want to see that whole thing, replay last week's live stream. I inadvertently started it again because, yes, once again, I was running late and running out of time, and I hit the wrong thing. There's Pepper Tree Villa. Hello, Pepper Tree Villa. Thanks for being here. And there's Ben from Pepper Tree Bella and Artie and Doug, and hopefully we see Sherry later because we need to score lots of points in our game. And not that we can't do it without her. It's just easier with her. Okay, moving on. And there's Jason. Hello, Jason. Good evening to you. Arjons, great to see you. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. And I may be caught up. I think I am. All right. What's going on? I didn't write down an agenda for this evening. Let me think. About what I wanted to talk about today. I'll say this. I'm a teacher, and as you know, last year I had to cancel a couple of Tuesday evening live streams because I had let me scoot over. Because I had parent-teacher conferences with nobody showed up. Hardly anybody showed up. And nobody comes to see me specifically. They come to see me because they're there to see other teachers. And they just stop by to see me. But I have a pretty cool principal, and he said, this year, let's try virtual conferences. And they would be on Thursday evenings, so it wouldn't interfere with my live stream. Not that he even knows about it. But we did the virtual Thursday evening live stream, and I had 2 parents sign up for a Zoom or whatever you call it. We actually did it through Microsoft Teams. And me being a veteran of the live stream, television production teacher for over 20 years, and having other television and video experience under my belt, I could not get those Zooms to work. And we just had to exchange phone numbers, and we talked on the phone. And I couldn't figure it out. And I even tested it. I had my wife in the house, and I sent her the link, and we were able to do it beforehand. But then I sent it out to parents, and I think through no fault of their own, they couldn't. The link didn't work. I mean, I did what I could. What are you going to do? In person again? I don't want to. Phone call was super easy. I would do the phone call again in a heartbeat because everything I have to say is good news. I'm an elective. I don't grade hard, you know? I'm the class where the kid that gets bad news from all his other teachers, not so bad from me. Chris, welcome in. Did I see Rachel and Mike and Mandy? Hello, everybody. Welcome in. All right. Let's quickly, because this was not the best sports weekend for Jim here, but let's talk about. Let's start baseball. And I don't even know. There it is. I guessed the right number. Let's just. I'll let you listen to the song. There we go. Got it ready. Okay, I'll stop the song. Okay, here are the standings for the AL East and the AL Central. You can see the Tigers still leading the way in the AL Central. They are going to New York to face the Yankees, second place in the East, for a 3-game series starting tonight. I think I assume it's a 3-game series. I didn't really look. And the game may have started. I'm not sure. But it'll be interesting. Gleyber Torres back in the Bronx. Anyway, there's that. And the Tigers, they've played better. They lost the series to the White Sox. The White Sox? It was rough. Speaking of rough, it was not great. Let's just get it over with. Lions lost to the Packers Week one of the okay, I just gotta stop the celebratory music. Week one of the NFL season, and the Lions looked bad, and I don't want to talk about it. Loss is to a division rival, and they just they didn't look ready for the game. I have faith that they will be better, but it was an awful game plan. They weren't great on offense, and the defense improved. First half wasn't great, improved in the second half, but too little, too late. The one glimmer of joy in the game was garbage time right at the end in the Lions rookie wide receiver Isaac Tesla made an amazing touchdown catch in the end zone, originally ruled incomplete, but they reviewed it, and it was a touchdown. He got both feet in the end zone, and it was a highlight, but the only highlight. Lions go on to play the Chicago Bears in Detroit this coming Sunday, so hopefully they can beat their former offensive coordinator, who is now the head coach of the Chicago Bears. Ben Johnson was his name, and so who else played football? Yes, the Michigan Wolverines, they also lost. That's not the right graphic. That was from last week. Hang on. I'm all over the place here. Here it is. They lost to Oklahoma 24-13. Freshman quarterback Bryce Underwood for the Wolverines did okay for a freshman quarterback, and what's funny is the Wolverines were ranked higher than the Sooners, yet every expert and pundit and person that thinks they know about college football picked Oklahoma to win. So why Michigan was ranked higher, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, here we go. I saved the best for last. Yes. Oh, it's not ready? Here we go. All right. I think I can show this. Yes, Florida State played East Texas A&M, and they beat them 77-3. Now, East Texas A&M, I had never heard of that school. That doesn't matter, though. There's a lot of schools I've never heard of. Florida State scored a touchdown on their first 9 possessions, and 10 of 11 for the game. It was 70-0 at one point, and then they gave up a field goal, and everybody was upset. Nobody cared at that point, but yeah, it was what a difference from last year for Florida State. Anyway. All right, that was Jim's sports break. Again, not the most fun of weekends, but Florida State, I guess they scored enough points for everybody else. All right, let's move on to food. A couple weeks ago, I don't remember what it was. I had purchased from Aldi, and I showed on the live stream here this, and I bought it quickly, and I thought it said street corn flavored popcorn, and when I got here to the live stream, I realized, it says roasted sweet corn flavored popcorn. Yes, corn flavored corn. And so it wasn't what I was expecting, and I should learn to read labels before I purchase things. I mean, it was popcorn. What are you going to do? It was more of a kettle corn because it was sweet like that. And I wanted to redeem myself, and last week I did somehow, or said I did, and I tried something else. And I do have another redemption story. If it wasn't clear last week, it will be right now. All right, so I screwed up with the popcorn. I thought it said street corn. It said sweet corn. But I was at Aldi again. And I did find a snack that said street corn on there. Here it is. This is it. This was the picture I took of it before we cracked it open because we couldn't wait. Clancy's Corn Chip Dippers, Mexican-style street corn flavored. And I got to tell you, as I said, we already cracked it open. This is what's left of it. And what this is a Fritos knockoff. Here it is. And I got to tell you, they just taste like regular Fritos to me. There is no street corn flavoring, but it was a few days ago. Let me refresh my memory. It's just Fritos. There is not... I mean, there's a whole ingredient list here for spices and stuff. I don't taste it. I taste what a Frito. There might be a little bit of heat, but I don't have that street corn flavor. So, but when my wife made a dish with beans and salsa and something else, and she threw a handful of those in there, and they were wonderful. It was great. Whatever she did was fantastic. So I finally tasted a street corn flavored snack from Aldi. Oh, I should have played this. You know what? I'm going to play it for my coffee. It's time for a coffee break.
Great coffee is easy, Mrs. Olson.
Coffee's for closers only.
I set high standards for myself. I set high standards for my coffee.
Picks you up, calms you down. It's the lifeblood that drives the dreams of champions.
I may have mentioned this a while ago, but we used to have a Keurig here at home. And then I bought a drip coffee maker. So I took the Keurig to work. And I've got it in my secondary classroom. I really have 3 areas. Actually, it's the tertiary, the third of the rooms. I've got a classroom, a computer lab, and then sort of a back room that has a sink and a counter with a microwave and a Keurig coffee maker. I'm pretty lucky to have that. So whenever I see a K-cup or a coffee pod that I'm interested in, I take it to work and I have it there. And this is a coffee I saw on the Aldi seasonal shelf. So it's time for this segment too. Here it is. It is the pumpkin spice Aldi, I don't know, what is it? Barissimo brand, which is Aldi brand. Pumpkin spice coffee. And I did bring some home. It was messy because I didn't have a lid. I'm kidding. But it's wonderful. It's the first pumpkin spice coffee of the season for me, and it's good. And what I love about this stuff is that box of coffee less than $5 for 12 cups there, 12 coffee pods, and that is a heck of a deal. If you look at the grocery store for on the coffee shelves aisle, there's coffee shelves in the coffee aisle. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Boxes of K-cups like that can be over $10, and quite often they only have 10 pods in there. So you gotta watch what you purchase. And this is coming from the dude that bought sweet corn and thought he bought street corn. Anyway, it's just another reason why I'm so happy there's an Aldi close to our house now. It's such a fun place, and they're not sponsoring me, so maybe I should stop. Anywho, all right. Let's take an intermission. Maybe I can take a breath here, and when we come back, we'll play our game. How's that? All right. Time to visit the snack bar. I'll be right back.
Oh boy, is that popcorn good? You bet it is. And there's plenty more fresh and tasty popcorn where that came from. Try some, you'll enjoy it. Perhaps your sweet tooth calls for a rich, delicious candy bar. Or maybe you'd prefer a flavorful drink. Choose your refreshment and add to your movie enjoyment.
Oh, that was fast. Let's play our game. All right, Chronophoto is the game where we are shown 5 pictures, and we have to guess in which year the pictures were taken. We can guess anywhere from the year 1900 to 2024. That's the range in which we can guess. Closer we are to the correct answer, the more points we get. Please put your guesses in the chat, and I will. I'll probably choose one of your guesses there. All right, so let's. Here we go with our first picture. Yikes! I'm acting like I've never seen this picture before. I set this up beforehand. Yeah, what's going on here? I don't know if this dude's wearing swim trunks or that's it. Those are his boxers. But let's zoom in on this, I guess. And I will first zoom in on the car. It's a Pontiac. I'm not a car guy. I say that every week because there's pictures in here where cars are the main clue. It's a Pontiac. I should have made an underwear joke there. I couldn't think of it in time. And what's he? I think maybe is he wiping down his car with a I don't know what that is. That's just a cloth, I guess. I don't know. He's wearing still wearing the dark socks there with I'm gonna say that those are boxers, I think. Anyway, he appears to be off-roading. I'm guessing this man lost his mind, left home without clothes, and drove his Pontiac into a lake. Let's turn to the chat. Stud muffin? What? I wish I had abs like that. All right. Scrolling back. Debbie Thunert, welcome in. Thanks for hanging out with us. Dreamer Deborah, great to see you. I hope you're doing well. I think our first guess is from Dean, who says 1954. We have a 1965, 52. We have a 53, another 53, 51, 56, 55, 53. We're in the 50s. We believe that this picture was taken sometime in the 1950s. 61. Oh, Mars says, my dad had a pair of swim trunks like that in the late 50s. Dad's had seahorses. Okay, this makes me feel better about this photograph. Excuse me. All right, swim trunks. It appears, though, the leaves are changing. The weather, there's a nip in the air, and this dude thought it was a great time to get in a last swim before the real cold air came through. Maybe. Did he have to back into wherever that is? Because I don't see him driving forward from the water. All right. 58, perhaps? I bet he's out waxing his car and getting a suntan. Perhaps. You better put some SPF on his forehead there. Okay. It's the closest to the sun. Man. There were some 53s in there. A number of them. I'm going to guess 1953 because many of you did. So I'm going to put that in there. 1953 underwear. Here we go. Ooh, 52. Who said that? 1952. Donna Jaworski said that. Donna gets a correct answer sound. Great guessing. And if anybody else did, great guessing to you too. Let's move on to picture number 2. I think we've had this picture before, or a similar one anyway. I remember this box here. I think. These ladies are packing something up. This might be in the 50s as well. I'm thinking the haircuts here, the dues, the giant cans of fat. I can't read what that says. Sold. Can't make it out. Treat. Maybe that says treat. Why would a giant tin can like that say treat? All right, let's go back to the box. Sorry if I'm all over the place here. The logo. I can't make it out. Some shaking of hands, stars and stripes on a shield-shaped crest. Are these donations? Not to be sold or something? Let's see. All right. Donated by the people of the United States of America. I still can't make out the last word. Not to be sold or... I can't make it out. Doesn't matter. So these are donations from the United States going somewhere else. Maybe post-war Europe. I don't remember. I am 99% certain we've had this picture before. I don't remember the answer. But that's why you guys are here. To tell me. No, this was 1954. Or whatever. Let's see. All right. I think our first guess might be from Donna, 1964. So if we're riding the hot hand of Donna Jaworski, we might want to guess 1964. Crisco, maybe. Commodity food. Donations for sure, yes. Exchanged. Thanks, Rachel. Look at you. Well done. Donna had our first guess, 64. We have a 47, 68, 50, 1959, 1969, 63. Wow, 60s. You know, the young lady on the right, and this is before my time, but that hair does look a bit later than the 40s or 50s to me. Everybody else not so much, but she is yeah, that's a more 60s haircut, isn't it? I'm guessing. Again, this is probably from the 30s. I don't know. Let's see. 68, 50, 59, 69, 63, 57, 49. Donna says, yeah, hairstyle and clothing said 60s to me, but I could be wrong. I'm kind of thinking the same thing. 1950. We've got quite the range here. From the 40s to the 60s. Do I split the difference? Do I go with Dean's 1959? Might. And I will. Survey says 48. Wow. Mike and or Mandy, Ben, right around there. Did anybody say 48 on the dot? No, but man, you guys were close. All right. Well, all right. We've done better than that before. We're up to 1,200 points. Picture 3. This looks like it was made for a jigsaw puzzle. A really hard one. All right. This is something's being built here. Is this some sort of? Are these locks that are being constructed in a canal system? I don't know what's going on here. Let's zoom in. Well, I mean, it looks like a bunch of sheets of tin and lots of rebar and pipes. Oh, okay, just to give us some scale, there is a person up here. Oh, a couple of people. One of them's mooning us, so I don't appreciate that. All right, so we're this is big. Is this a dam? Maybe. Probably. I don't know. I'm guessing like I know what building a dam looks like. I do not. Lots of cranes. And these are, if this is a dam, and these are the mechanisms to create power from the dam, I'm guessing. I don't know. Are those hills or mountains in the back? Oops, that was crazy. All right. Well, that looks like Old Tiger Stadium. Well, good luck, everybody. I have no idea. I'll say sometime in the 70s. Late 70s. 1978. And I don't know why. Okay. All right. Where's our first guess here? And a turbo dam. Is that what this is called? Thank you. Okay, I think Debbie has our first guess. 1948. That's as good a guess as any. 1955. We have a 1970. 88. Ben was pretty close last time. 65. 75. 80. Now it sounds like I'm an auctioneer. 80. 76. Wow. What did I say? 78? That was a guess. I hope nobody. Oh, Sherry's here. Welcome in, Sherry. Who's going to guess 1992? I feel like it's 1992. But you know what? Maybe she's not warmed up yet. Maybe Sherry's, still in the bullpen. Not quite ready. So I'm going to go with Ben's guess of 88. Survey says 2002. Ouch! I'm sorry. I steered everybody wrong there. Wow, 2002. What is this? I don't even care. I'm mad. I'm not mad. Okay. We have 1,369 points and 2 pictures remaining. Okay, I don't think we've had this picture before, but we've had similar ones. Gorby, I believe. I'm guessing this is a reference to Mikhail Gorbachev. Was that his first name? Mikhail? Gorbachev. Anywho, so he was in charge in the late 80s, mid to late 80s, into the 90s. Hilf, the sign, I'm just reading it, these, what are, I assume are Russian words in a very English way. Hilf uns. I know you were all thinking it when you saw it. And it looks like the font that they used, it looks like some sort of pastry, like baguettes. That's what I'm getting. Very bubbly. Very fun. Gorby, Hilfuns. And I don't know what that means. But I can guess, based on the members only jackets I see, and the reference to, I think, Gorbachev. Maybe I'll turn to the chat a little sooner. Here we go. Mar, I think you're right. The game should give an explanation after each photo, or yes, a caption of some sort. Like, what is it? What are we looking at? Who took this picture? Stuff like that. That'd be cool. My guess will be 89. Is that when the Berlin Wall came down? And is Hilf uns German? Wait a minute. The sign. Okay, here we go. DIE. That's D for D. That's German, right? D is. Does that mean the? I don't know. I think. Okay, so this is all about the wall, isn't it? If this is about the Berlin Wall. Hilf uns means tear down this wall. It does not. I don't know what it means. I'm turning to the chat now. Sherry says 89. That's what I said. 88, 84, 89, 85, 91, 88, 91. I seem to remember this demonstration when I had Jeff. Really? I think this is 89. And so do others. So I'm just going to do this. And we've had a couple of stinkers, so if this is 89, I'm going to play the serious music. Here we go. Survey says. we deserve that. All right, I think we have one more picture. Here we go. Okay, this is fun. This is this is not a mall. This is more of a liquidation warehouse. I remember a place near where I grew up. Actually, there were a number of locations, at least 3, and it was called the Gibraltar Trade Center. And there were 2 sections of it. One was a warehouse that looked like an old airplane hangar. It was not. It was just like a warehouse. And then there was another section that I don't know, did they build on, or were they the old offices of whatever was there before the Gibraltar Trade Center moved in? And it looked like low ceiling, dropped ceilings like that, and booths like this on each side of the aisle. Wouldn't it be crazy if this was that place? I don't think it is. But this was the 1980s when that place existed. And they had people selling jewelry and cheap unofficial concert shirts and stuff like that. I remember getting a really rad pair of sunglasses there in 84, because across above the lenses of the sunglasses was a gold bar, and on it said the word sports, as if that were the company, the brand name of that sunglass manufacturer. But I also remember thinking, oh, that's the name of the Huey Lewis and the News album that's so popular now. People are going to think these are Huey Lewis sunglasses. I don't know if anybody ever thought that, but. And then maybe the day after I bought them, I dropped them and I I scratched the lens of the one. All right, so we've got a bunch of people here. I think this is the 80s. If this is any place like the place I'm thinking of. But this lady here in the middle has a Macy's bag. Is that not a Macy's bag? Is this a mall? What does that say? It says sale. I believe it says sale. But what's the logo above that? Is this just a really small mall? I don't know. The stocking bar for hosiery? Is that what that is? That's weird. Andrew something, some label, I'm guessing. What's that booth? Can't make it out. Discount jeans there at the end. Yeah, this is the Gibraltar Trade Center. What else did I get at the Gibraltar Trade Center? Oh, buttons. I remember that being popular in like 83, 84, like just rock band buttons. And I would buy them at the Gibraltar Trade Center, and for a good 10 days, I would sell them to my classmates because they weren't going to the Gibraltar Trade Center. I was the entrepreneur at age 12. All right. All right. Oh, wait a minute. Prices. Hang on. Oh, that's a pound. 2 pounds and 95 quid. I don't know how currency works in the UK, but I believe this is not America. This is the UK. Is this what malls look like in the UK? Can't be. All right. Best of luck, everybody. I think Mr. Fulton Razar is our first guess of 1922. Sherry says 85. Right in the middle of the 80s. That's a pretty good guess. Based on the clothing. Donna says 85. 1980. We have another 85, 82. Oh, the left side of the picture. That's I'm way behind you, Mr. Fulton Mraz. 2 pounds 95. That's what they say. And Ben says 1983. 95p? They say that? Well, what the heck's a quid? I don't care. I do care. I don't think we have time. Okay. 85. Lots of 85s. I feel like I need to go 85. Here we go. Survey says. Yes. Sherry gets here and the tide turns. We just do better. 3,369 points in today's game. Thanks for playing, everybody. I hope you had fun. It was difficult this week. Couple of man, we were off by like 50 years on that one. Anyway, I always have fun. All right, we've got coming attraction right now when we come back, a top 15 list about it was inspired by Colonel Sanders. It has nothing to do with chicken, but my top 15 list is coming up after this.
Gonna cost you $100.
Let's make it $200, but I will ask you to simonize my car.
How rich are you?
I wish I had a dime for every dime I have.
Anticipating your condition, and I brought you orange juice, coffee, and aspirins. Or do you need to throw up? Usually one must go to a bowling alley to meet a woman of your stature.
I take it this bum will be calling you.
Dad, he's a millionaire.
You have my permission to marry him.
Will you take my hand?
That would leave you with one.
Offer to take my coat.
You don't have a coat.
Well, offer to take my tie.
You're a rich one.
How does it feel to have all that money?
Feels great.
Dumb question.
Dudley Moore is Arthur. Don't you wish you were Arthur? Arthur, the most fun money can buy. An Orion Pictures release through Warner Brothers.
Okay, top 15 list time. Today is Colonel Sanders' birthday. I don't know when he was born. I don't know when he passed away. But we all know Colonel Sanders as the founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken, which later became KFC. But they still use Kentucky Fried Chicken on their like retro packaging, I think. I'm not sure. But it got me to thinking, I mean, that's a company acronym, and it's certainly not alone. There are other companies that have acronyms, and I have no idea what they stand for. And I also saw a TikTok on this. So today, right now, I'm going to go over the top 15 company acronyms and give you a little explanation. So a couple of these, I didn't even know this first one was an acronym. I just thought it was a made-up word, and I suppose it is. But aren't all words made up? Okay. Number 15 on the list is Nerf. Here it is. That's the history of the logo. First launched in 1969 and now owned by Hasbro Cosmetics. Nerf produces unique foam-based weaponry, balls, and other recreational items. The name Nerf refers to the special foam used in the products. It stands for Non-Expandable Recreational Foam. Non-expandable recreational foam. I had no idea. Until today. How about that? All right, number 14. Number 14. This one isn't as cool. But Fiat. We're familiar with Fiat. The name Fiat stands for, it's Italian, so bear with me. Fabbrica Italiana Automobili Torino. I'm sure there's a better way to say that. Fabbrica Italiana Automobili Torino. A descriptive reference to the heritage and nature of the company. So Italian automobiles, they make Italian automobiles in Torino. That's what I'm guessing that stands for. All right, number 13. And, man, this place has been around forever, and I I never knew what it stood for. CVS. CVS, the store originally used the title Consumer Value Stores, which it displayed on various store exteriors and branding assets for years. The company also notes the initialism can now stand for different things, such as convenience, value, and service. Nice try. I know the logo on the screen only goes to 2016. Now I believe they have the word pharmacy after CVS there. Consumer Value Stores. We didn't get a CVS anywhere near where I lived until the 90s. Yeah. We had other places. Nor did we have a Walgreens till the 90s. Anyway, all right, moving on. Number 12. Lego. The name Lego comes from a Danish phrase. Again, this is Danish, so the phrase is leg godt, G-O-D-T. Leg, spelled like leg, L-E-G, and then the other word is goat, G-O-D-T, which translates to play well. While leg goat may have been appealing to a Danish audience, abbreviating the title to a coined term like Lego ensured the business could expand into new areas easily without an issue when it came to translation. Leg goat. I do a really poor Danish accent. All right, number 11. Arby's. Now, this isn't exactly an acronym. Sort of is. It's an interesting example of an abbreviated business name. This title doesn't quite fall into the realm of business name acronyms or initialisms. Instead, the title was derived from an abbreviated version of the name of the two Raphael brothers, Leroy and Forrest, who launched the chain. The Raphael brothers, Leroy and Forrest. So Raphael brothers, R-B, Arby's. Get it? It didn't stand for roast beefs. Now you know. Number 10. WD-40. In 1953, the Rocket Chemical Company aimed to create a rust prevention solvent for the aerospace industry. The inventor, Norman Larson, experimented with 39 different formulations before finally succeeding on the 40th attempt. The successful formula was therefore named WD-40 to signify its function as a water displacer and the number of tries it took to perfect it. Water displacement 40th formula. WD-40. Water displacement 40th formula. It was first used on the Atlas missile, but became available to the public in 1958 and is now a common household product. Moving on. Number 9, IKEA. The Swedish, this is not an acronym either. Well, no, it is. What am I saying? The Swedish furniture giant and noted charity takes its name from the founder. His name is Ingvar Kamprad. I-K. All right, stay with me. Ingvar I. Kamprad. His last name starts with a K. I-K. His initials conjoined with the first initial of the farm where he grew up. In the name of that place is Elmtyrd. Elmtyrd starts with an E. So we have his initials, I-K, and then an E. And the parish he calls home, Agunyard, which starts with an A. So Ingvar Komprad's initials and Elmtyrd Agunyard. I'm done speaking Swedish. Okay. But you get it. That's IKEA. The I-K-E and A. All right. I never knew that before today. Nor did I know this one. Number 8 is Pez. First launched in 1927, Pez started life as a company producing peppermint-flavored candies. Today, the company offers a range of different flavors of sweets. The name Pez, P-E-Z, comes from the letters of a German word, Pfefferminz, which means peppermint. So Pfefferminz starts with a P. The third letter is an E, and it ends in a Z. So I guess this is not an acronym, but just a shortened word of the word Pfefferminz. Now you know. All right. Number 7. This isn't a company so much as it is a product. Or maybe it is. I don't even know. This is Pam Cooking Spray. It is an acronym, however, and it stands for Product of Arthur Meyerhoff. Arthur Meyerhoff was one of the inventors of Pam Cooking Spray. Arthur Meyerhoff, along with his partner Leon Rubin, launched the first aerosol cooking spray in 1961, and it's still around, and they've got a variety of sprays like olive oil and other cooking sprays. All right, moving on. Number 6, 3M. The conglomerate behind Post-it notes gets its name from its roots as a company that mined stone to make grinding wheels. Since it was located in Two Harbors, Minnesota, the company was known as the Minnesota Mining and Manufacturing Company. 3 M's in that word name. The Minnesota Mining and Manufacturing Company. And they shortened it to 3M. And that was probably a really smart move. All right, number 5. We might say Adidas, but the rest of the world says Adidas. The word Adidas is just a combination of the first 3 letters of the founder's last name, which is Dassler. Do you see it there on the left? Adolf Dassler. So the first 3 letters of his last name plus his nickname. And he has a nickname for Adolf, which is probably... his nickname is Adi, A-D-I. So Adi and Das, Adidas, and that's the name of his company. All right. We're at number 4. Bill and Scott Rasmussen, along with Ed Egan, envisioned a national sports television channel in 1978. They initially called their concept the Entertainment and Sports Programming Network. To simplify things, particular for painting their logos on game days, they shortened the name. By the time the network launched on September 7th, 1979, the acronym ESPN was being used, and it became the company's identifier. And it also was like call letters for a radio or television station, ESPN. But it stood for Entertainment and Sports Programming Network. All right. Top 3 here. Here we go. This one, I'll give you the acronym right off the bat. Here it is. Yet another hierarchical officious oracle, named by co-founders Jerry Yang and David Filo in 1994, initially for their website, Jerry and David's Guide to the World Wide Web, but it later became a backronym. So here's the company, Yahoo. A backronym is they had the word, and then they came up with the acronym, and then they came up with words that fit in the acronym. Do you know what I mean? So they liked the word Yahoo. They liked the word Yahoo because it's joyous, and it means one that likes to have fun. Or it also what was it? Gulliver's Travels. Yahoo was a word for like a rascal or something. Anyway, yet another hierarchical officious oracle, which that's a stretch. The word hierarchical described the directory's organization. Oracle meant source of truth, and officious alluded to the many office workers using the site. Yet another hierarchical officious oracle. Yahoo. I still have a Yahoo email address somewhere. Here we go. Number 2, Roy Allen opened his first root beer stand in Lodi, California in the summer of 1919 and quickly began expanding to the surrounding areas. Within a year, he had partnered with Frank Wright, W-R-I-G-H-T, and the pair christened their flagship product A&W Root Beer, Allen and Wright. Okay, number 1 on the list, and I think this product is still made. BVDs. Wasn't there an ad campaign? Something about my BVDs. Anyway, the stalwart underwear maker was originally founded by a group of New Yorkers named Bradley, Voorhees, and Day to make women's bustles. Eventually, the trio branched out into knitted union suits for men, and their wares became so popular that BVDs became a generic term for any underwear. So I don't know. I don't know if that Lodi, California. What did I say? Oh, Lodi. I said Lodi, but it's Lodi. Thank you. Okay. Sorry. That's it. That's the top 15 list. Thanks for playing the game with me. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you had fun. I'll be back next week with more silliness, and I will see you around the YouTube chat rooms and live streams. Until then, it's time to say goodnight, everybody. So thank you again for being here, and I'll see you next week.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.